Hi, it's Corby Mitleid, your no bullshit psychic. And it's time for our weekly reading of July 13th, 2025. I want you to remember that these readings kind of hit dual levels, as above, so below, macrocosm, microcosm. I do tend to interpret it right now as the national political situation, but it also has a great deal to do with you personally. None of these readings that I've done are solely for one or the other. So if you are not involved or interested in the political aspect of it, toss that aside and see how this works in your personal life. And I did it as usual with one card from each of my decks. And the first card we have is perspective. Now, the reason that perspective makes sense from your political standpoint is we've now been in this situation with the Washington Follies for 6 months. We've gotten to see how they work. It's very clear how they want things to play out. However, the next card is the death card. Death of an old way of life. What we've outgrown. What was never us in the first place. Massive change. And it means that the situation is changing if you know anything about all of the stuff that is coming to light, and even, if you will, the loyal opposition team is beginning to crack and argue among themselves and lose faith in the person they follow. That's good. But it also means there are some things in your life that you need to change. They no longer serve you. They're no longer advantageous. And it's time to shuck them like you're an ear of corn and see what else is coming forward. Because the next card from Spirit of the Wheel deck is Father-Son. And Father-Son is all about direction, illumination, and active growth. So a growth period is coming up. And as Winston Churchill said, excuse me, this is not the beginning of the end. This is the end of the beginning. So things are going to move forward from where they have been for the first half of the year. The next card is Ilby the Retriever. And he asks specifically, what do you think has been lost because it hasn't been? Whether that is how things used to be, whether that is stuff about yourself that you haven't looked at in a while. It's time to look at it and decide how much of it you want to keep or change. But nothing is gone forever if you know how to work with it. The next card agrees with that completely because it's Ganesh. Ganesh is all about personal transformation. Whether your transformation changes because of how you are viewing your part in the world, nationally, globally, politically, or how you want to change yourself, now is the time to do it. Going back to astrology with some of those retrograde planets, what they do, Neptune especially, is they dispel illusion. So if there's anything about yourself that you really haven't been truthful about, it's going to come forward, look at you straight on and say, isn't it time for change? The only one who's going to be able to make these changes, whether politically, globally, or personally, is you. Magician and the Mirror. It is what we do that makes a difference in our lives. Whether we can have fear, faith, or fervor, whether we can hide, whether we can strut ourselves out there and make a spotlight, whatever it is, you're the one who decides how you're going to be in the world, and it's really vital this week. Interestingly, I pulled 2 cards that wouldn't let go of each other from the Zen deck. The first card was Abundance, and the second card was Intensity. What does that mean? That means that whatever you want more of is going to push you to grab it and pull it along with you. Whether you want more of something in your life, whether you want to see more change and action in the world with the Washington Follies, this is where intention comes into play. The universe is saying, if you want it, grab it, but it's not going to push it towards you like you're a kid on a tricycle. It says, grab it, pull it if you want it. Now, interestingly, I looked at my angel deck and nobody there came forward and said, we want to play this week. So I did a little meditation and asked for which angel it is. And it's an angel known as Jeremiel. And when I don't have a deck with that angel, got to look for a new deck, I just printed this out. This is your generic angel deck. Now, Jeremiel is the angel of hope and reflection. He's about spiritual growth. He's about reviewing life experiences and deciding what was in the past, where you are now, and what you want for the future. So when you put all of these cards together, the way I would say it is where we are in the middle of the year is very different than where we were in January. All of us, personally, politically, nationally, globally. And it's time to have a little perspective, not be knee-jerk terrified of what's coming down the pike or what we might hear or what we might see. Remember, fear equals false evidence appearing real. Fame equals full acceptance means everything. And acceptance doesn't mean you accept it and just lie down and let it happen. It means that you accept it as happening in the world and you take your own personal decision about how you will work with what's happening, how you will change yourself, how you can change your atmosphere and move forward. Okay? So that is our reading for the week. I hope it is useful for you. This is a reminder that this week it will be the free reading hour on Thursday night at 7:30. So mark that in your calendars. We'll see you again soon.